Hi everybody. I wanted to do a card tutorial with you guys today, but I wanted to show you first the inspiration for my card. This is my new little puppy. His name is Oliver. We call him Ollie for short. He is a Yorkie Lhasa Apso mix, and he's sleeping right now in my craft room. He likes to sleep here while I craft. And I just love him to death. He is so tiny, like he's about the size of my hand if he's all stretched out, so you can see how tiny he is compared to my hand. But yeah, so he's our newest little addition to our family, and so you might see him a lot. I'll keep you guys updated as he gets bigger and stuff like that, and I'll be doing some scrapbooking of him and stuff like that too. So I'll be right back and we'll start the card. Okay, I'm back, and so the cartridge that I'm going to be using today is the Four-Legged Friends. We're actually going to be using this puppy, even though he's not Yorkie Lhasa Apso, obviously. He's a dachshund. There's a dog on here, right here, that kind of looks like a Yorkie, but I don't really like the way the cut comes out. It looks really weird to me. So, I don't know. I don't like it. So, we're just going to use this one anyways, but it's a dog, you know, inspiration can be taken anywhere. So I've already cut him out, and I cut him out at 1.5 inches. He's pretty long, so 1.5 inches is a good size for a card. And I've put most of him together. His little eye I drew in because it was just plain like the brown paper. So I got my white gel pen and my black pen and just kind of made my own little eye there. I still need to do a little bit of doodling. I started it on his nose, but I hadn't finished yet because I still need to do his little jacket. So there's a couple different things that we're going to do today. I also cut out this little collar from the Paper Pups cartridge, and this little buckle part we're going to emboss because I have some silver embossing powder. So we're going to do that really quick, and I'm using Versamark ink. My ink pad is really like splotchy and stuff because my stamps, sometimes they have little parts on them that just don't get clean. So okay, so there's that. I don't have any tweezers, or else I'd be using those right now, but I don't have any, so I'm just going to get a little bit, and this is sterling silver embossing powder. So let's see here. Take it out. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I was having some issues getting all that out of there. So I'm going to go ahead and heat it up real quick. Let me see. Let me get this little tool here. This little tool comes in really handy for this type of thing. You don't have tweezers. Okay, so there's that. You can see it's all shiny, so I'm going to let that cool. And then I've got some more embossing to do really quick on his little sweater. So it comes like this, and then there's another little piece that it cuts out that cuts like little slits so that you can see this blue underneath, or whatever color you put underneath. But I'm going to do something a little bit different. So I cut out this part, and then there's another piece that it cuts, but I didn't cut that out. So we're going to do some embossing on this as well. And you could use your Cuttlebug. I wanted to use the new Cuttlebug folder that I got, the Seeing Spots, but it's a little bit too big for this thing. You wouldn't be able to see it very well. So I chose to use this little heart stamp. You guys may have seen me use this before. I love this stamp. It's by Unity Stamp Company, and it's called Hearts of Old, so it's kind of distressed. But I'm going to use a part that's not quite so distressed for this. So I'm just going to get my Versamark again. And really, let me get my other embossing powder really quick. I'm going to get, I think I'm going to use white embossing powder. So, just 1 second. Okay. I keep all of my embossing powders in Tupperware. It makes it a lot easier for me to do all of that. Okay, so let me see here. Where's my Versamark? Okay. So I'm going to do, like I said, a little part that's not quite so distressed. And my stamp is upside down. Because it's mounted upside down. Okay, so the cut goes like this. So I'm going to, let me see, probably should have done on this side. Okay. Okay, just like that. And then I will get my little white piece of paper here. Get my white embossing powder. Flick off any of the excess here. And heat it up really quick. Where's my little tool? Here it is. This thing works really good. Okay, so there's that, and it is a little bit distressed, but that's okay because I like that whole distress thing. And it is textured cardstock, so the hearts aren't exactly perfect, but that just kind of goes along with the whole distressed thing. So I just want to let this cool a little bit. And I popped up his ear on a pop dot, so I think I'm going to go ahead and pop up his sweater as well, just to give him a little bit more dimension. I always like to do this with my Cricut cuts, so it's fun to add a little bit of dimension with these. Okay, so my camera might die because I haven't charged it in a while because I haven't done video in a while. So, trying to hurry. Have to cut this off a little bit here. Okie dokie. So there's my little sweater. He's so cute. I love him. You'd know he doesn't look like my puppy, but that's okay. Okay, so then I'm going to add some little doodling to him. What's the matter? Okie dokie, and I already did his little nose. Okay, so there he is, and then we're going to get on to the card. Okie dokie, so the paper, okay, sorry about that guys, my camera did die, so I had to go charge it. So anyways, the paper, we've got our dog all done and everything, and so the paper that I've chosen, I've got just a white card base, just standard A2 sized 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then I have this green paper that matches the doggy's little sweater and the collar and everything that I did at 4 by 5 1/4. And then this brown pattern paper is just, excuse me, 1/8 of an inch smaller. So it's just a very, very small amount of green showing around the entire thing. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere this down really quick. And it's a little bit harder to do 1/8 of an inch smaller pieces just because it's a little bit harder to line up, but there's that. And then I'll go ahead and adhere this down to our card. It's been a while since I've been in my craft room or made anything, so I'm kind of out of the groove of everything. Okay, so there is our base of our card. And then here's our puppy, and I went ahead and put a very thin piece of foam tape on the back of him because he's already dimensional. These dimensionals that I used on his ear and his little jacket were thicker pieces, so I didn't want him too dimensional, so I just did a thinner piece of foam tape for him. And then I went ahead and put some of the thicker foam pieces on the collar, and I went ahead and put the buckle in. It took me a little bit to get this little part in the hole actually, but I wanted to get that in there. So this is going to go right here at the bottom just as a little accent. Just like that. Excuse me. And then let's take our doggy here. Take those off. And I'm gonna, I want to kind of center him above that, but he's so long, so it's kind of hard. Okay, so there's that, and then my little sentiment is from the Pink by Design Simply Everything stamp set. I've showed you guys this before, and my sentiment is Hot Diggity Dog. I'll show you what it looks like. It looks like this right here. So that's my sentiment. I thought that would be cute because he's a dachshund, and dachshunds, hot dogs, all that good stuff. So I'm going to use a brown ink. I was going to emboss it in white, but I changed my mind because this little blue piece is going to have white over it. So here we go. I want to ink this up, and I'm using walnut stain distress ink, in case you were wondering. Okay, just like that. Oops. Super cute. Okay, I want to be really careful with this because distress ink does stay wet a little bit longer, and I don't want it to smear. Okay, just like that. And then I think I'll go ahead and use some foam tape on this too, just to give it a little extra oomph. Okay. And I'm just going to angle that right there. Okay, so there's our card for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I think it came out super cute, and I hope you guys liked seeing my puppy. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye!